So, welcome to this session. Today, or this afternoon, I will be talking about how we can turn Ilias into Ilias. Ilias is a new version of Ilias based on artificial intelligence. So we can use artificial intelligence to turn Ilias version 20 probably into a metaverse education platform. Two sections of this presentation. First one is by me. This is a so-called prototype and product close-up session, and we will actually also show that product in action. Oh, yeah. And that is what Nejma will do. And I'm Göran, which is a Swedish name, and that's a Moroccan name meaning? Star.
Stella for Italians.
Okay. So my background is in cognitive science, and your background is also in cognitive science.
Absolutely. Applied to new technology.
Yeah. So I'm representing a company, Future Learning here, which is an Ilias service provider from the Netherlands. And Nejma is representing a company called Knowledge from France.
Absolutely. A French company, EdTech startup in the north of France. And you have the CEO, Philippe, here also.
So there's two sections. I will probably talk not more than 20 minutes, and then Nejma will do a demo, a live demo, which we run on my phone, hotspot 5G. Okay, next slide. So I do first an introduction of the concept of the product, and of course this doesn't exist in Ilias at all, but the actual product Knowledge will work fine with Ilias because it's based on H5P, the plugin that's also available for Ilias. And Knowledge also has a strategic partnership with H5P.
Absolutely.
And H5P is 500 kilometers above the polar circle. So, to talk a little bit about the role of artificial intelligence in education. A lot of people say, okay, you can use this to create optimal learning path for students based on the content in the, for example, the Ilias repository. But before you can do that, you actually have to have content in the repository. And that is what we are talking about today. So AI as a content creation, content conversion tool. Bulk based on legacy content, can be PDF, PowerPoint, video, and turn that into attractive, engaging content, which then later can be used to create individual learning path, maybe also using AI. Let me see. So AI is not something new. It exists for almost 60, 70 years already. A guy called Seymour Papert, he's a psychologist actually, not an IT guy. And he created something called the perceptron. But it was a very simple network. Now the networks are so big and so powerful that we can actually use it to capture all the knowledge in a video or in a PowerPoint or in a PDF and turn that into something else, including to create attractive learning materials. That's the main message here. Has anybody heard about the term content curation? That means that if you have a repository with content, it needs to be maintained. It's not just putting in some PowerPoints or some PDFs. You need to have versioning, updating, and all that kind of things. That's meant with curation. So the quality of the repository is very important. So what the AI can do, it can extract all the information in, for example, a Power document or a video, and turn that into multidimensional content. That means you can create questions automatically, distractors, summaries, and all kinds of interesting objects based on the didactic model that you want to support. That's what's meant with multidimensional. And for that purpose, we are using H5P because H5P has all these possibilities already in-house. This is all from manual to automate means that, for example, if you have to create an H5P from scratch now, like a video, it takes you perhaps 4 or 5 hours. But this software can do it in 5 minutes. And that is all the same for PDF, for PowerPoint, for Word documents. So it's a huge win. So you can actually, in one day, create 20 times more content, or maybe even more, with a very good quality, which can still be manually enhanced, of course. I think I turn it over to you now.
Thank you, Goran. I will start with the demo. So I will go for a live demo. And so as Goran explained, we have developed an AI-based authoring tool. So it's based on natural language processing. And we turn any passive asset into interactive H5P activities. So because I'm doing this in live, we will have a bit of waiting time. Meanwhile, be free to ask any question you have. So I will start with a YouTube video. So as you can see, I just copy-paste the video into Knowledge, type a title, create new module. One click in, and normally in 5 minutes, we should have up to 10 activities, interactive H5P activities. So as I said, you can take any type of audio, text, and video file, so PDF, PowerPoint, YouTube URL, Wikipedia, any type of content, you put it into the machine, and the document will go through 3 steps. For example, here we have a video, so the first step is the transcription. During this step, you will have an AI that's going to extract the audio file from the video, broken down into paragraph sentences, and also remove all the filler words, and make sure that the transcript is reader-friendly at the end. And then we have a second step, which is the AI analysis. So because we are based on natural language processing, we need the text to detect the main concept, to detect the most important sentence into the video or the text. So we are already in the phase of AI analysis. So while I'm talking to you, the AI is detecting the main sentence, the most important knowledge into the text, and capture the knowledge from the text. And from this capture of knowledge, we will create automatically interactive book, interactive video, MCQ, flashcards, crossword, any type of activities you usually find in LMS or in H5P activities, we will have it at the end. Do you have any questions so far? Don't be shy. Good question. So for now we support English, and our goal is to be multilingual. So we'll be able to do German, Italian, French, and Dutch, and Spanish too. We are already working on that. Thank you.
Yeah, and one other thing is that, of course, you will be asking about how is it integrated with Ilias. Mm-hmm. Well, that can be done manually, but there will also be a version that connects via LTI into Ilias. Like H5P also has an LTI integration with Ilias, which is completely embedded in Ilias, because we have now an LTI 1.3, which allows for complete embedding of an external tool into Ilias. Another possibility is to connect via LTI to H5P, and H5P is connected to knowledge.
Absolutely.
But that's something that's on the roadmap.
So now, as you can see, the activities are ready. Let's have a look at it. So this is the interactive book. As you can see, we have extracted the image of the video, and then we can start. So in the interactive book, we have the interactive video and with the transcription. As you can see, we have the main concepts that are highlighted, and those concepts will be on the video too. Okay.
Hotspot works.
Yes, hotspot sharing. So as you can see, once the word is said, you have a pop-ups. And then if you don't know this word, you can click on it and read the definition. And then you just close and you continue to watch the video. So it's very helpful. It gives kind of an adaptive learning experience to the video watch. And at the end, you have a summary that has been generated automatically by the AI of the video. So it's an abstractive linear summary. We ask the learner to click, always to give more engagement. What we want to do, and this is why we choose H5P, is to bring engagement, capture attention, and make sure that the learner is actively engaged in his learning process. Then we also have a glossary on the main topic of the video and the definition.
So this is all extracted from the video?
Absolutely.
Yep.
And we have an AI model algorithm that analyze and assess the pertinence, relevance of the concept. Then we have flashcards that is a great tool for self-assessment and making sure that also the learner gets into a metacognition activities. So he gets to ask himself, do I know this topic? Where am I in my learning? Then you can click. We again have the summary, drag the word activities, and a question set. In the question set, we have fill in the blank activities, MCQ. So as you can see, we have distractors that have been generated automatically by the AI. Check. And we also have immediate feedback, which is very important too for the learner. And you can also share the interactive book to have a mobile companion and do on-the-go learning. We have another type of interactive video, and in this interactive video, you will have in the middle of the video an activity to give the opportunity to the learner to assess his understanding of the learning material. This is it. So MCQ, we also have flashcard activities. So it's different. Here, the learner has to type the answer, which is another way to be engaged, and he has to retrieve the information. It's information retrieval is very powerful for memorization and learning. And we also have games, like crossword, drag the word and find the word activities. So the goal of all those activities is always to make sure that the learner gets to understand the learning material and assess his knowledge. Of course, that he is engaged into the learning material. And H5P, if you have a look at H5P research paper, you can see that you have more than 5,000 research paper on how H5P is engaging and how powerful it is for learning. Of course, you can export all of those activities in H5P package or in SCORM package.
SCORM package, and then in the future also track data via XAPI.
Yes.
So you can track also the progress of those activities.
Yes.
If you want.
Absolutely. And same E5 too.
So can you talk a little bit about other input formats, such as, for example, PDF or PowerPoint? What happens with those?
So with the PowerPoint, for example, what we do, it's mainly we detect the main concept, we capture the key knowledge into those PowerPoints, and we create the same type of activities. But for the PowerPoint, for example, we don't have a video, so you won't have the interactive video, and you won't have the summary because usually you don't have sentences in the PowerPoint. What we do in the PowerPoint, if you have images with keywords on the images, we will use OCR to detect those words and create activities with it.
And also the notes.
Yes.
If in the PowerPoint are used. Huh? PDF?
PDF. Same for PDF, for Word, any type of contents. I mean, this is based on natural language processing. As long as you have text, we analyze it. And what we do also is we connect, if you're in the corporate environment and you have a very specific glossary, we also connect this glossary to the authoring tool.
Yeah. So this is the opportunity to use AI for content creation, to create a nice database or repository in Ilias of interactive content in an easy, fast way. Of course, it would be nice if this could be done natively in Ilias.
Yes.
But then we have to create, for example, a plugin initially.
Absolutely.
That
which is doable.
Which is a doable thing. And then we already have a version of Ilias which could be called Ilais. So what do you think about this idea that we are presenting now, today? By the way, tomorrow there will be an additional session with more technical explanation about.
Yes, so tomorrow Philippe, the CEO, and also the CTO of the company will do a conference on natural language processing. So you will have the chance to see what is behind this authoring tool and what type of algorithm we used to create those activities. So
you can always contact me or one of my other colleagues from Future Learning who is sitting there, Roberto Joka, to talk more directly how it can be used together with Ilias. The current version, I think at the moment there's a lot of focus on the reliability of Ilias. So as a new feature, it will be a little bit later. But what do you think? What is about this type of new usage of AI? Not so much on supporting the learner directly in the sense of creating new learning paths or adaptive learning, which is often used already in some LMSs, but this focuses more on the content creation process, which can be very cumbersome, as you know. Some people are not even able to create content. For example, in the university professors, they can create a nice PowerPoint or a PDF, but not a video.
No.
Or maybe they have some existing video materials, but it needs a good voiceover. So what do you think in general about this idea? Are there any questions about that?
Yes.
Yeah?
Well, actually, I'm not ready yet to share my idea because it's very fascinating and very new concept. I have an additional question actually.
Yeah.
This content that is created by AI, can I interfere manually? Let's say create it.
Yeah.
Yes.
With questions that I'm not happy with a specific wording, for instance. Is there a way to change it?
Absolutely. Yes, thank you for that question. So what we want is not to replace the human, but to ease the process of creation. So the human always stays in the loop, and we have the possibility to review what the AI has produced. So for example, we also have meta concept tags that have been generated automatically. If you're not happy with one of them, you can remove it. And if you want to add one, you can add it.
And you can also use the H5P editor.
Yes.
If you want to make changes.
Same here. If you want DNA, but the DNA you want to have it as a MCQ, then you can pick this activity as a MCQ and pick the distractors you want.
Yeah, and there's one additional advantage if the multi-language version is ready, that you can use one language as an entry point and create multiple language versions automatically. That's another advantage.
Absolutely.
Which could be interesting.
Yes. And same for the summary. We generated a summary, but then you have the possibility to reorder the summary or to add more information to the summary. When you click on finished, the AI regenerates new activities.
Okay, does that answer your question? Okay. Okay. Any more questions or remarks? Yeah?
Yes.
In terms of video, like what happens if that video gets removed from YouTube or Vimeo, or like does that asset still exist?
Yes. What you export still exists. You will have it on your H5P or SCORM package. Yes? You had a question.
Yeah. Is it also possible to mix up multiple sources?
this is on the roadmap. It's a good question, but yes, this is definitely something that we want to do, like upload multiple documents and also different type of assets to create more bite-sized learning and micro-learning and have thematics in terms of modules. Yes.
Okay. Any more questions? Yeah?
Yes?
The quality of the transcription is quite low. I only know I can make some text. And so how much I can so every video is being translated quite very well.
Yes. So the state of art has evolved a lot in this area, and it's moving very fast. So maybe 1 year ago it was not that good, but I can tell you that now you have many options to have great transcription. It's moving very fast. NLP, AI and NLP are moving very fast, and things are getting better and better.
Yeah, one thing about PDF is that it will also search for images.
Yes.
Even if the document doesn't include any images, it was based on the concept detection. It will search for images that are relevant and can include. Yeah.
Yes. So the flashcard I showed you with images, those images have been extracted from Wikipedia. They weren't in the video. So this is something we can definitely do with PDF or any type again of document. Mm-hmm. Yes.
If you have the video without voiceover, would it be possible to detect image detection and create artificial voiceover?
You mean a video without an audio file? So just images. So it's very visual. Okay. I guess we can extract images and do OCR and detect keyword on those images. We haven't faced this use case yet, but again, I think that nothing is impossible.
Yeah, you were also talking about from an image to detect text in an image via OCR, and then
absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, again, the technology has
just started.
Yeah, and also we have so much opportunity now with the state of art and people working on those subjects. So we can do some good. We can have some good performance with AI and this type of activities.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is anybody afraid for AI?
Yes. Question there.
Yeah.
With multiple speakers, like a political debate.
Yes, so, yeah, absolutely. So in the transcription, you have speaker labeling, which means that if you have different speakers, the AI will detect how many speakers you have and who is saying what. A nice, yes, like a transcript of the conversation. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, so we thought it was an interesting opportunity to talk about the future of Ilias. What could be done with AI. It's not, of course, available now, but we can start think about it. But the actual knowledge tool already is there and can be used, and the content can be imported in Ilias or via LTI, perhaps integrated via LTI. So that's already an existing opportunity, a possibility. It's real, it's not fake.
Yeah, you saw it live.
Any more questions or remarks?
Yes.
Ideas? Mm-hmm. Suggestions?
Yeah, input, feedbacks are welcomed. Yes?
So if I understand it, this is the beta version. You already know when the version 1.0 will be released?
Yes, at the end of the year. For now, we are signing paid pilot, and we do all we can to make sure that the tool is as close as possible to author workflow and the process of creation. And at the end of the year, we will have our first release and commercial launch.
Do you have a question? Or you just your hand waving a bit? Okay, then I think we can finish this session. Thank you for your attention.